Hello students, welcome to this quick biological note part. Now as you know that this board exams are coming out now, very soon your board exams will be knocking out at your doors. Now there are different types of chapters which are creating a difficult issues for all of you. So what are these chapters and how to deal with these chapters? Now many often students complain in case of biology you have to memorize a lot of things, right? And the scientific names and the scientific formulas, and then there are lots and lots of things in science that you have to keep in your mind. For biology, especially because of biology, I will suggest certain types of tips what you can keep in your mind, and you can mug up all the chapters. Mugging up is not the solution, right? So you can easily memorize the chapter, you can easily remember them, and these scientific names, how to remember these scientific names, how to deal with these type of chapters, I will teach you in this lesson. Okay, the first chapter which is creating a lots and lots of problem, which is a very vital chapter, and you can take this as the fundamental of biology, is the chapter of the cells. Now as the cell, those who are studying biology, they know that this chapter is actually the basic format of all the other chapters. And not only in classes 9, 10, you have to deal with this chapter wherever you go if you are taking a field of science. Let it be in 9, let it be in 10, 11, 12, degree courses, PhD, anywhere. This concept is very important for those who are planning to take biology in future, okay, as a career. Now, so what are the in quick tips? Today in this video, I will let you know the basic concept. Now, we have read the chapter very well. I have gone through the chapter. Many students complain that I have gone through the chapter, I have read all of the things, but still when you are performing in your exam, the marks are not coming up into that limit. Why? Because the biology totally stands in a technique. Okay, the technique matters and your concept matters. Here the teacher will not see what you are, means how much you have learned. They will only see what is the basic concept or the idea of this basic chapter, right? Now the cell, as I will be discussing in further videos, you will get all the other updates also. Today's video, in this what I have discussed, the vital chapter, this is the cell, right? Now first of all, cell theory, we have often many of time, this is a quick revision, so all the students, those who are following this chapter must know that what is this cell. Now the basic concept, whenever a student is asked what is a cell, they tell all the different types of things, but the missing technique is, the missing words, the key words are, cells are the structural and the functional unit. You have to mention those two words, that cells are the structural and functional unit of life. Now, before going to these things, let's first have the idea that what is this cell. All right. You suppose if I say that you want to build a building, right? A building is actually how do you build a building? Many of the fundamental bricks come in close to each other and they lie beside each other. After that one, we do a cementing of the cements and then the building starts. So what is the fundamental thing of a building? The bricks are the fundamental things of a building. Just like the same thing in case of living organism, that may be a plant, that may be an animal. So living things, what you know, now this concept is very clear that what is a living thing. If you don't have an idea, living things are those things which can grow, respire, eat, reproduce. So these are the basic formats of thing to be a living. Now on that basis, if it is a living, then obviously it will be categorized under either an animal cell or it may be a plant cell, right? So whenever the question comes into your mind, what is a cell? A cell is the structural and functional unit of life, and the most primary thing is all living things are made up of one or more than one cell. So the 2 points to be clubbed out are that cells are, all living things are made up of cells, that can be one or more than one cell. And the second point is cells are the structural and functional unit of life. So these are the 2 points which is to be clubbed out in order to define what is a cell. Got my point? So those who are making a note, please do make out that you have to club out these 2 points to define what is a cell or what is the basic concept of a cell, right? Next comes that what will be the category. What did I say? That one cell or more than one cell. Now the question comes that what do you mean by one cell concept and what do you mean by more than one cell concept? On that basis, I will suggest cells can be grouped into 2 categories. The first is unicellular. Now students, please to make a note. When you are writing uni, use your brain to understand each and every concept and every spelling what biology says. Unicellular. Unicellular means one cell. Uni means unit. In maths, what do you say? Unit means units place, means one's place. So unicellular concept means one cell performing all the activities of the life. What are all the activities of life or the functions of life? In order for a living organism to keep themselves alive, what are the factors? They have to respire, they have to grow, they have to take food, they have to reproduce, they have to locomote. So these are different types of functions what a living body has to perform in order to be alive. So just on that, unicellular concept is that one where one cell is performing all the activities of life. All the activities in sense, the respiration, the excretion, although they do not go for any complex activities like human beings, but simple living like expiration, excretion, respiration, food, taking, digestion, and a time reproduction. So all these things has to be done in a simple way and one cell performing all the activities of life. That is grouped under this one, the unicellular concept or the unicellular organism. Some of the examples are like protozoa, amoeba, okay, and what else? Paramecium. Okay, so these are different types of unicellular concept, means unicellular organism, right? Just simultaneously come across the multicellular concept. What is this multicellular? The word itself is signifying you that it's not unit, it's multi. That means that more than one cell performing the different functions of life. So multicellular, that means what? Suppose if we talk of a human body, obviously we know that we are a multicellular concept. Multicellular concept would do what? See, our eyes has some different types of cells which are similar structure and performing similar action and helping us to do a particular work. Like the eye cells are all of same types, all the same eye cell which are going to target one function that will join together to form what? That type of similar tissue. Those tissues will join together to form that type of similar organ, and those organs similar together will try to form that organ system, right? So this is another thing. Those who are making a note, please do make a note that in case of multicellular organisms, what happens? The similar types of structure performing similar function cells will join together to form similar types of tissues. These tissues will join together to form an organ. This similar organ will try to form an organ system, and all the organ system together forms a organism. Organism in concept, the total functions along the living body. Done. So this concept must be clear, that what is it? Unicellular and multicellular concept. Next, coming to the very vital thing, that is the cell theory and all those bookish things, right? Who proposed the cell theory? Now, many times students do get confused, as because they study so many scientists' name, so many people's name. So what happens oftenly, it's very natural for a student to get very confused that who is the actual proposer of this theory and makes a mistake out there. So please do keep in mind that cell theory was proposed by Matthias Jakob Sheldon and Theodor Squahan. So these two names must be there. The spellings, please do check the spellings. You make a lots and lots of errors in writing, although in your exam they will never ask you to write the names, but if by chance this comes, then this says that Matthias Sheldon and Theodor Squahan, right? So please go through the spellings. Spelling mistakes are not allowed in these two names, please. That's a respectable thing. So this is the concept, that cell theory was proposed by Matthias Jakob Sheldon and Theodor Squahan, right? Next, what did this say? This is another revision. Although these concepts are many times you have gone through this concept, but still there are certain things what you miss out, and the teachers get dehydrated to read loads and loads of answers. We don't want loads of answers. We don't want pages of cell theory, please. It's high time. No need. Only 3 points. You will score. Certain students have the idea that if I write more, I get more. No. In science, this concept is not allowed. If you write more, that means you are wasting the time also for a teacher to read it, right? So what is your target? Your target is to let the teacher know that I know the concept clear. You will get the full marks in that. So in case of cell theory, we want the specific answer. That first point is, all living things are made up of one or more than one cell. That include plants and animals. And cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. This is the second one. And the third one, what we say is cell exists from pre-existing cells. And how this concept. First 3 points. All living things are made up of one cell or more than one cell. Second one is the structural cells are the structural and the functional unit of life. And the third point is cell exists from pre-existing cell. This concept, cell exists from pre-existing cell, is often called omnicellular acellular. So this means that this word defines a lot. That means what? That a cell, suppose this is a cell which is the parent cell, what we called is a parent cell. Parent cell means one cell. Now, when you are very small, you are like this size. How often that when you grow, you are growing into a bigger size of your own? How this is happening? Is your parents going to the market and buying some cells and injecting inside you? No. Are you taking some vitamins for cells to get injected in the body? No. So then how come you, being a small object, is getting gradually grown enough and adults and like a human being one day? This concept should be related to the word pre-existing cell. Something pre means already there. So if I take, suppose this, as we are telling that all the units of life, the structural functional unit of life is cell. So this concept says that if this is the parent cell means what we call in biology, parent cell means the original cell. That means why do we call it a parent cell? Because parents are the origin of a child. So just like that, in case of cells, we call a parent cell. Parent cell means what? That the original cell. So if I mark it as 1, okay. So parent cell, we see a type of a very unique factor of the cell, that a cell has the power to divide. A cell has a power to divide. Divide in sense what? As we will in the next upcoming videos, you will know what is a nucleus, what are the materials inside cell. So that we will know in the later videos. But for now, a concept is a cell has a nucleus, which is the master unit of life. That nucleus has the power to divide and divide the parent cell into daughter cells. Why do we say daughter? Daughter, yes, son, what you say, but in biology we will often use the word daughter cells. Daughter cells means the cell, the first parent cell is getting divided into forming 2 more cells. Again, these will become the parent cell and form more 2 cells. Like that, they can form 8, 2, 4, 3. These branches carries on, just like an what you have read in chemistry, that a type of a nuclear reaction continues in branches. Just like that, this type of reaction continues, and that is why we use the concept pre-existing cell. What is this pre? Original cell. This original cell is again dividing to form 2 more cells. This is becoming the pre for the other. So this is again the pre-existing cell. Again this one is becoming another cell. So this is how our one cell thing is getting redivided to form different types of pre-existing cells or the tissues and etc. So I hope this concept is clear, that why pre-existing cells, right? So giving a clubbing, all living things are made up of one or more than one cell. Second one was structural and unit, physical functional unit of life, because this is the master doing all the activities. And the third one is cell exists from pre-existing cell, and cell exists, this pre-existing concept, from the cell division method. This must be clear and very unitly clear, okay, because these are the things which you will get revived every time. The next one is the concept of unicellular and multicellular. One cell performing all the activities, multicell means performing all the other activities. In case of unicell, one cell will do all the activities of life. What are the activities of life? Respiration, digestion, excretion, reproduction. So these are the all functions. This will be simple. In case of unicellular, the concept will be simple. Examples: amoeba, paramecium. In case of multicellular concept, there are one cell performing different, not one cell, more than one cell of different types get rescheduled themselves into different parts and performs different specific activities. And these specific organs together forms an organ system, and together organism is produced. These examples are different things of you. Very common example is a human being, the most complex multicellular organism. So this is what is the basic concept in a 5 minutes and 10 minutes concept of what is a cell, basic living things and all non-living things. Another thing I will introduce, that what are the 2 types of cell then. As we know that there are 2 types of organism. One is animal and plants, living organism. So obviously cell will also be 2 types. We will study about the 2 types. One is a plant cell, another is a animal cell, right? In case of plant cell and animal cell, in the next video you will see one specific video for the plant cell, one specific video for the animal cell. Clear? If you have any doubts, please let me know. Okay? Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this.